Good Wednesday morning to one and all. First of all, I'm going to give you all a warning this morning. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you for your advice this morning, okay? So, because I got something coming up in 3 hours and I might need some help with. All right, so y'all stand by for that. But it's our weekly edition of Hump Day, the day halfway through the normal Monday through Friday work week. Right? We know what it means, a celebration of sorts. We made it this far. We don't have that much more to go. But did you know that in Nordic countries, Wednesday is sometimes referred to as, you ready? Little Dog or Little Saturday. It's a tradition that treats the evening as a small midweek celebration rather than just a work hump. Feeling enlightened? Good. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown, and you are part of Live and Local Real Talk, and you'll have an opportunity to share your views and opinions with one and all as the morning goes on.
Happy Hump Day. I'm Chris Marks.
And good morning, I'm Lee Barrows.
What was the Saturday night part tonight?
What?
If you celebrate in the Nordic,
it's called Wednesdays in a lot of the Nordic countries. They call it Little Dog, or I can't pronounce it. Lillordag, Little Dog, or Little Saturday. They call it.
Little Saturday.
A tradition that treats the evening, Wednesday evening, as a small midweek celebration rather than just a work hump.
Yeah. Happy little Saturday early.
There was what I almost didn't include their word in it, but I did it anyway and blew it anyway. I knew how to pronounce it last night when I looked it up, but that's the way it goes.
Happy little Saturday, happy hump day, happy Wednesday, ball humbug.
Get it done.
No, it's a good day. It's a good day. It's going to be a good day.
Hey, now, first of all, before we get going into all this other mess going on out there, the serious stuff, if y'all got some suggestions for me this morning, because I got a birthday coming up, the anniversary of my birth coming up in the next few months, and I got this thing in the mail from the North Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles that said you can take your test online for your driver's license because it is expiring. Well, goody. So I mentioned that day before yesterday to some folks, and they said you better check with that. So I looked at it again, and I did. Then I called an expert, somebody who used to work as a driver's license and the examiner. He said, "Oh well, you need to put that down as standard. You need to go in and start filling it out now. And it will get to a certain point, and if you're good to go, just keep filling it out. If you're not good to go, it will tell you got to come in and take it." Well, I got to that point, so I said, now what? I don't have that much time. And then I started looking for places that are open who have appointments. The one that did was one day over the next several months in February. I went in and tried to fill it out. I could fill out the date, but they wouldn't let me pick a time. And then when I couldn't pick a time, I couldn't go any further. So I was still stuck. Morehead City, same thing.
Yep.
Jacksonville, non-existent. Wilmington, non-existent.
I have a whole year. Thank you.
You better go ahead and do it now.
How was Kenansville?
I think I checked that too, but I couldn't get there in time for the expiration of my driver's license. Let's put it that way. And it's not like your concealed carry permit. If you apply for renewal of your concealed carry permit before it expires, then keep that piece of paper with you because it will stay good until the sheriff gets around to either saying, I'm going to snatch that gun and your license from you permanently, or he'll give it to you again.
I'm still waiting for mine. I paid for it in November.
It's fine.
Took in the renewal the 1st of December.
They are booked up.
Well, I'm not worried about it. It's not like I'm running around like some people with guns in my back pocket and getting involved in
You don't carry them in a back pocket. You carry them in your purse.
Not all the time. Very sad. I used to never, ever carry a purse. I detested carrying a purse.
Either.
Just don't like them.
I had a fanny backpack though at one time. It was actually made for carrying a gun. It had a special section in it for a gun.
My problem with carrying them concealed now is very hard to get that holster in your waistband because my pants are snug. And, and if you wear them too loose, they're going to fall off.
Y'all as in women got ways that you can carry guns concealed.
Yeah. I was just going to say.
It depends on the size of the gun.
There are special holsters that are made. I'm not
Is that
going
a
any
gun?
further.
Are you?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Kathy has.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do the snub nose. I have to have.
The what?
I don't do snub noses.
I haven't really heard them called that in a few decades. But I mean, it's a short-barreled revolver,
Yeah.
generally
Mhm.
speaking.
Snub nose.
Of,
Way to
uh,
go. Bring back.
of-
Yeah.
of 2 inches or less, inch and 7/8 or 2
We
inch
just
barrel.
need to change this subject. Getting in dangerous territory.
Well, we just started out with a driver's license, which is
Happy
almost
hump
impossible
day.
to get.
Did you have 38 special?
See? All right.
I'm still
Anyway,
trying to understand how a prosecuting attorney, a district attorney, anywhere in this country thinks he can launch an investigation into a legal federal law enforcement operation. Philadelphia's top prosecutor, District Attorney Larry Krasner, a man who took an oath of office to support the Constitution and all the laws of this land. What's wrong with my doggy over there coughing?
it's probably
He
just
took this oath of office, and now I'm trying to understand. Along with our Constitution, both federal and state lawmakers, those men and women elected by majorities of the voters in their districts and states, write and adopt various bills, if they choose, that eventually become laws of the land. Those laws for those jurisdictions cannot be in conflict with the Constitution. I hate to do lessons here, but I've got to. And if somebody needs to take some of this district attorney and others back to school. Is he doing okay?
yeah, he's doing fine. I think
Okay.
he's just got a little bit of
No state legislatures can adopt laws that override federal laws. For instance, federal laws maintain that it is illegal for a foreigner to come into this country without permission, whether it's to vacation, set up a home, go to work, except under strict controls. You can visit with a passport for a limited time. You can go to school or work here for a limited time under special visas. But to just slip into this country or to stay beyond the time allowed on those visas, and you are classified as a lawbreaker. Break the laws, and you are subject to arrest, confinement, and or deportation. No state can change that. No state can change federal law, can override federal law. Some states, some individual cities and localities have decided to call themselves sanctuary locations. That doesn't override federal law. They will not enforce those federal laws. It's, I guess, up to them. And they refuse to assist federal agents who are dispatched to enforce those laws. In too many cases, elected mayors, city councilmen, governors, and other political hacks have chosen to not only support the sanctuary status, they openly encourage citizens to interfere with the federal lawmen sent to enforce the laws. I cannot understand for the life of me. I don't get it. Why these elected or appointed government people, like police chiefs or whoever, have not been indicted. What part of obstruction of justice or interfering with a law enforcement officer, when it comes to enforcing law enforcement operations, do we have problems understanding? Does anybody have a problem understanding that they cannot interfere with? I don't care that they're the governor. That doesn't give him or her the right, or the mayor, him or her the right, or the police chief to interfere with a federal law enforcement investigation. Okay, they can't do it. Let me try to explain it a simpler way for some of you. Let's say that the Onslow County Sheriff's Office had been conducting an undercover campaign in some or all of the municipalities in this county. Drug cops, they make any number of what they call controlled buys from drug dealers. When the time comes, the sheriff's office sends teams to each location to round up the dealers. They may go to Holly Ridge. They may go to North Topsail Beach. They may go to Swansboro, Richlands, or Jacksonville, because they got jurisdiction everywhere. Well, the mayors, perhaps the police chiefs, they might get their dander up in some places. Not here in Onslow County, not that I've seen. And they put out the word to citizens, encouraging them to alert any of their friends who might be drug dealers. That encourage the citizens to protest the arrest of the drug dealers by shouting at the narcotics officers, taking pictures of them, threatening the deputies. Do you think that it's likely that the protesters and the mayors supporting that type of activity? Do you think that they're going to be riding along with the drug dealers on their way to jail, charged with interfering and obstructing? That's a crime. Both of those are crimes. Then the town councils, let's say it goes beyond that. Then the town councils get together. They're the lawmakers, right? They don't adopt laws. They adopt ordinances on a local level. They are enforced as laws. And they decide they're going to adopt some ordinances. Ordinances that won't allow the sheriff's deputies to conduct any law enforcement operations inside their towns. How long do you think this would last? Yeah, about that long. Mm-hmm. I don't know of anything like that in Onslow now or in the past. Don't get me wrong. I use that because that's where we are. I do know that some police departments have been kept in the dark completely in some cases until the very last minute, and sometimes beyond. None of that in this county that I know of. Is it beyond comprehension? Absolutely not. There are law enforcement operations, particularly when it comes to drugs, that even members of the same department aren't aware of it until it's time to go arrest people. Mm-hmm. They don't bring everybody into the picture here, because it doesn't take anything but one guy accidentally slipping or whatever, and his son, daughter, wife, spouse of some sort, whoever, they might get wind of it, and they might tell one of their friends, hey, something big's coming down here. I can't tell you what it is, but it's going to be really big. And I got this from Bubba Joe, who, he works with the drug task unit. No, you don't know. You got to keep your stuff quiet. Mm-hmm. That's why they call it undercover operations. You don't tell everybody. The sheriff was kept in the dark in Brunswick County on a smuggling operation involving tons of pot some years back, as a handful of his deputies put their necks and their careers on the line. They didn't tell anyone else. He had told them the sheriff's office will not be investigating any drug smuggling cases. That's up to the federal government. We will not deal with that. Took it upon himself. His chief deputy, unfortunately for him, was a retired federal agent, an ATF agent, a good friend of mine. In the middle of the night, I got the call from him. Come on down. We got something we got to share with you. Got there, and sheriff wasn't there. Neither were any feds, just the deputies, a handful of them, with a boatload of dope and a handful of foreign nationals in handcuffs. And they asked me if I could call the feds for them. That was a wake-up call to a DEA agent and a customs enforcement officer that I made from a payphone in the middle of the night along the waterfront in Oak Island. That was interesting. The sheriff was involved along with a couple of Marine officers, Marine fisheries officers, in the smuggling operation to keep the anybody from knowing about it, to keep the law enforcement away. So they came in with protection. Sheriff spent 7 years in the big house. Oh, yes. He went to federal prison. Sorry, I've said it before. All of the state and local interference in Minnesota makes me wonder what the governor of that state and the mayor of Minneapolis are concerned about. We all have heard. We know about the fraud that's been going on. It's widespread. Nothing done about it until federal agents got alerted and they moved in. Coincidence? I don't believe in them. Smoke screen? Why would you not think it's a smoke screen? All of this stuff that's going on. Why would you not think it's a smoke screen? Covering up their ill-gotten gains, their involvement in the activities? I don't know. Wonder what this investigation is going to turn out.
Well, it turned out the governor's not running for re-election. The mayor is probably going to try to run for election, and they've got a mess on their hands, and they're trying to blame it on law enforcement, and that's just wrong.
Blame it on the feds. We've done our job here. We no, you didn't. You let protesters get out of control.
Well, let's talk about that. What happened last night
Yeah.
at the Hilton Garden Inn in Tribeca in New York, where protesters had seen somebody posted on X. It was a group called the Sunrise Movement. And it's an activist group that posted on X yesterday that ICE was staying at that hotel. So anyway, the anti-ICE protesters gathered around the hotel, were going in the lobby, creating havoc, blocking pedestrian traffic, making it hard for the people who actually paid for a room there. And the ICE agents were not there.
How would you feel about it if you were living or if you were staying there, passing
want my
through, you
money
had
back.
a room? Where are you going to go?
I want my
In the
money
in
back.
the middle of the night?
I'm leaving New York, that's for
Well,
sure.
Should have gone in the first place.
They were inside the hotel chanting and holding up signs and refusing to leave the lobby. Well, needless to say, a lot of them got arrested last night. But what got me, there was a video where they were chanting, "Kristi Noem will hang. Kristi Noem will hang." And they were, blatantly calling her out. And of course, they were doing the no ICE, no KKK, no fascists. USA, they chant that. Oh, it's just so irritating.
So they call. Let me ask you now. Let me just ask both of you the question. When it comes to they call for her to be hanged, right?
Mhm.
And they don't like the KKK. What did the KKK do? Did they lynch people they didn't like?
Yeah.
What is it? Did they call for illegal hanging? They call for a lynching.
They just said Kristi Noem
That's a
will hang.
lynching.
Well, I consider that
What's a
threatening.
It
statement.
is a lynching.
No, it is a lynching.
That
Yeah.
would be a lynching.
Yeah.
Well, getting back to this real quick, I just wanted to finish up with the fact that the mayor put out a statement on this.
Man, damn it.
This is what he said. And this was a statement Tuesday that was released in a spokesperson. This is what the spokesperson said. Mayor Mamdani commends now the protesters who exercised their right to protest against ICE today.
And interfere with it.
As he has said, ICE is a rogue agency that has repeatedly carried out cruel, inhumane, and lawless raids, arrests, shootings, and even targeted American citizens. The mayor is also pleased with the New York PD's response to today's peaceful protests. Okay,
Then
you're going into a lobby.
Why did the police have to respond if it was a peaceful protest?
Yeah, and they're out there chanting, "Kristi Noem will hang." They're impeding the flow of the everyday citizen who is paid to stay in the hotel. They're in the hotel disrupting. Tell me why it's okay for the mayor to say that. Why is it okay?
Well, I'll go one higher. Super Bowl's coming up in 2 weeks. Do you know what the best kept secret is? Where the teams that are playing in it are staying. You don't know that. Nobody knows this. If you did, don't you think there'd be hundreds of people standing outside wanting to look at these professional football players?
Yes.
Nobody knows. Nobody. So how is it, other than these cells that we talked about yesterday? Yeah. Well, of course, Lee and I forgot you and your tight ends.
Binoculars.
Yeah. But
She's got tight ends.
well, the Cardinals.
They're kids. Stop.
Okay. But there has to be cells telling these people where they believe the ICE agents are staying, because they were not staying there, right?
No, they weren't staying there.
So somebody leaked out bad information.
Sunrise
200
Movement.
people,
Yeah.
200 people show up at a hotel that they're not staying at.
I
And then do
I
damage.
did not do that, but that's not a bad idea. Does the mayor own any property in New York? That's where ICE is going to be staying if I can get the word out.
Oh.
ICE is the mayor of New
See,
York
good find
City.
out.
The mayor of New York City has a mansion, as does the governor of North Carolina, right? He lives in sanctioned property,
Right.
city-owned property. For you folks out there, don't tell anybody, but ICE has been put up there. The mayor is just a front for ICE. He is actually a member of ICE. He's working undercover as a mayor, but he is actually he's hiding ICE agents in his house.
Well, just
That's a fact. I heard it. I read it on X.
off off the top of my head, I've got to wonder. Other than the protesters who are interfering with law enforcement officials doing their jobs, what Americans are they arresting illegally? Or is it the
There have
flip
been
side?
people who have been detained who, until just like people driving along the highway, until you find out that they have a driver's license and you pull them over, you're going to detain them.
Mhm.
When they stop somebody or they get information about someone, they're going to do that is called an investigation. If they take action, and during an investigation, you can detain, not arrest people. When they get unruly, you can put them in handcuffs without actually arresting them. You can put them in handcuffs. At one time, it used to be that if I put them in cuffs, they were considered to be under arrest. But if you've got probable cause, if you've got grounds to do or conduct an investigation about an individual, you can keep them there under detainment long enough to get their driver's license, for instance, something as simple as that. That's why these idiots take up an hour and a half, 2 hours of a police officer's time who has to call for 6 cops as backups. So he'll have witnesses.
Well, I just want to put out there also, not only that, but last night, Ilhan Omar was hit with an unknown spray by somebody in the crowd at her town hall in Minneapolis.
Stinky perfume.
How does it feel to be on that side?
Yeah.
How does it feel to be on that side and attacked by protesters? And the protester had to be led out. It was some kind of chemical spray. Don't know what. It had a foul odor. It might have just been poo-poo spray. I don't know. But he
You can buy
sprayed
all
her
sorts of stuff if you
and
want.
went to get up in her face, and they dragged him out.
Well, why did they have to drag him out when you've got ICE enforcement officers standing out there on the street, and you got people standing right in front of them, nose to nose, cussing them, threatening them with killing?
She had one of her security detainees or whoever tell her, let's stop, let's leave. And she says, please don't let them have the show. She could be heard saying after she was hit with a foul smelling spray, we will continue. These effing a-holes are not going to get away with this. And she said, here's a reality that people like this ugly man don't understand. We are Minnesota strong, and we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they throw at us.
Boy, you stink, don't you? Phew. God.
Well, think about it. How about I still have to go back and hop on.
Why does she feel she's privileged? She's not even white.
What?
There's no white privilege there.
Well, they did capture the man.
That
He was.
I know.
Was that right?
Yeah,
He was charged on a 3rd-degree assault charge. I'm surprised they didn't throw him. I'm surprised they didn't send him off to prison already.
Why was he charged?
He sprayed. He sprayed her. Well,
Maybe she needed to.
Maybe
be
it was
stoned.
perfume.
It was.
Maybe it was.
Everybody has some perfume doesn't smell as good as others.
But the thing about it is now, she got attacked last night. How does it feel to have a protester come at you like some of these ICE agents are having to deal with? How does it feel, Omar?
If they can do that, I'm going to Belk's and I'm going to file charges against all those women that I used to walk in. When I walked into the store at Belk's in Wilmington, the first thing to do when you walk by that perfume counter, which is the first thing, hey, smell this.
Then you had to explain that when you got home.
Showers are $1.50.
Let me tell you what I picked up on your story.
Yes.
Was her ladylike language.
Yes.
And her elected official language.
Yes. I mean, she was in her elected position doing a town hall last night when all that broke out.
Trump can do it. She can do it. And
Nobody.
Trump got headline news when he did it.
Well, Trump got a bullet. There's a difference there. But the thing about it is, I don't care who you are, whether I like you or not. Nobody deserves that. But for her to stand up there and say what she said, and you got the mayor in New York saying what he says. You got the mayor in Minneapolis saying what he says. The governor of Minneapolis. And they wonder why this won't go away. They wonder why this won't settle down.
Okay, well, we're talking about who's telling the protesters where this action is happening.
I think
and
there's a leak in ICE.
There's a leak. So, but who's letting the media Who's telling the media?
There is an underground movement. They have a communication
do.
system that has already been revealed.
Signal.
Well, I don't maybe not been totally revealed, but it's been partially revealed, and it is called Signal. They've got it,
Yeah.
and they tell you where they're going to be. It spreads. We don't know where it's originating.
Right.
There are guys looking for them, and when they find them, they're going to interrupt them. The reason they're not interrupting that, which they can block it, you know that, right?
Wow.
They want to track it first. When you can track it back to the source, gotcha, and then you're done.
I wonder how George Soros.
Yeah. Jumping aboard the trusty boat this morning, heading offshore. This is what you can expect today. Northerly winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts to 25, becoming northwesterly 5 to 10 in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 every 4 seconds. Sounds and rivers choppy, diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon. Thursday, northerly winds 15 to 20 with gusts to 25, becoming northwesterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5, except 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers are going to be choppy, diminishing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. And on Friday, end of the week, as we go into Saturday, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knot, seas 2 to 3 feet, kind of calm.
Yes.
Before the storm.
Before the storm.
If it's going to happen, sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Snow over the ocean.
Today.
I wonder if we can go build a snow woman like was done at Carolina Beach in 1989. I got some great pictures of it.
Build a snow
It was anatomically correct.
Back to the perfume counter. Okay, today, sunny with a high near 42, north wind 6 to 8 miles per hour, becoming west in the afternoon. Tonight, clear with a low around 22. Thursday, sunny with a high near 39. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 19. Friday, partly sunny with a high near 42. And I'm going to stop there because the weekend is up for grabs.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know. It all depends on where that low pressure is going to go.
This is just the beginning of hump day, so we got a way to go. Okay,
we'll know by Friday.
Our amateur radio, when the snow starts falling, it actually was snowing Sunday morning, late Saturday night.
Yes,
but up high, and when one of our guys walked outside there at the amateur radio deal, the field day. And he came back in and said, "There's some big flakes out there falling." It was short-lived, very short-lived.
Well, I know
then
I
sleeting.
had like 30 seconds of sleet or whatever, but other than that, I'm just like,
we had sleet out there at the training ground.
Right.
Anyway, Randy out in his golf cart this morning with Boomer said it was cold.
Boomer.
It was real cold. Southwest. He lives in the Southwest area. 19 degrees. 91% humidity. Is calm there and very clear. Nothing in the rain gauge. I'm sorry, who is it?
It's Phil.
Okay, you want to tell him we got Dr. Rose? We'll have him in a minute. Joe in the borough, 26 degrees, 73% humidity. It was calm there as well. No wind, 30.34 inches of mercury. No rain. Lee in the back swamp area, 19 degrees, 94% humidity. Also calm there. Barometric pressure with Lee was 29.94 inches, and it was rising. No rain. Dale up in River Bend, up the river around the bend, 21 degrees, 84% humidity. He had 1 mile per hour winds out of the north. Nothing in the rain gauge. Ward over in Cedar Point, he went hunting yesterday. This morning he's not. He's going to drive over to Morehead City and buy some food. 29 degrees at the Point this morning, 61% humidity, northeasterly, stiff breezes, he said, and nothing in the rain gauge. Ken, over in Oslo Bay, right off of Rocky Run Road, 27 degrees, 46% humidity, calm, nothing in the rain gauge. Lee, this Lee right here to my sort of left. In the Woodlands, 22 degrees it was then, 78% humidity, northeasterly winds at 1 mile per hour. Here at the studio in Country Club, it was 20 degrees at 5:30 this morning. It is now 23 degrees and climbing, 70% humidity currently. That's dropping. The humidity earlier was 84% and 30.25 inches of mercury, and it's now up to 30.26, and it is climbing. And winds are up to 2 miles per hour now. Kicking on up there out of the northeast. Yep. And nothing in the rain gauge. Bill, he checked in from Catherine's Lake this morning. 27 degrees. The lake is not frozen over. Northerly winds are very light, he said. Brian checked in from Swansboro this morning as well. He said it was 27.5 degrees. He was really wanted to be particular
It's
this morning.
27.2 degrees.
Yeah, he was accurate.
Whatever.
Good for you, Brian. 59% humidity and a very light wind there. Okay.
Barometric pressure is 34.9 and it's rising. I'm like,
Rising.
Oh my!
lost my headphones. Anyway. It's just Wednesday
your
morning.
head is not nearly as big as you thought it was, right?
No, my head is too big.
Why did the headphones fall off?
Because they're a little stretched out. We were talking about that
when,
earlier.
when you had a big head,
And
you stretched them out.
There was people with big heads before me. I just said, that's like we were talking about the headphones, about how worn they're getting. I said, we need to wear them down to the bone.
Yeah, we'll wear them down to the bone. Then
We're going to wear them down
we're
to
going
the
to
bone.
wire this table
Hey,
for
some
nothing
of us
but
are-
phones. And
Yeah.
there's going to be a chain around the phone, the headphone, attached to the tabletop, shorter than the length of the cable.
I don't need a chain. I
Because
just,
we had one person want to get up and walk away,
yeah, every time she got up, bam, there goes the headphones.
rip
and
the headphones apart.
It's all good. It's all good. I need to tighten up my mic.
It's all funny.
Yeah. There we go.
We'll give the number out to give us a call, but not yet because Dr. Rose will be calling in.
Yeah,
Dr. Rose
Phil,
here
call
just
us
a minute.
back in a few minutes after
Yeah.
Dr. Rose.
910-333-0139. In case you want to talk about anything, including or excluding these protesters.
Yeah, we got
It
that's happening. So
It's
we're going to get back into that after Dr. Rose, no doubt about it. No way around it. Let's just put it that way. A Jacksonville woman got arrested early yesterday. We heard about the
Yes, we
the
did.
story yesterday morning. How about 4:00 in the morning? That's early.
Mm,
Why are you up at 4:00 in the morning
They
unless you're
probably
dumb
never-
like me?
probably never went to bed.
And charged with shooting her husband at their
Oh.
apartment during a domestic squabble.
Mm.
38-year-old Brittany Stevens was jailed on assault charges. Her husband, Christopher Stevens, also 38, was, I wonder what caliber the pistol was being treated for a gunshot wound. His condition remains unknown. The couple lives in Cornerstone Place, and you know where that is, right?
Yes, I do. It's apartments right there off of Liberty Drive, back behind where Bojangles is on
yeah,
24. You go back in the
Furniture
back
Fair.
streets. Yeah,
It's not far from Northeast Creek, is what you're saying?
it's close by. It's
Okay.
close to
Close by.
Halden.
I know
yeah.
what part of the
Uh-huh.
county is in.
Yeah.
A Newport fugitive has been arrested after deputies say a squatter dispute led
Oh,
to a
God.
shootout between two men back in earlier this month. Thomas Blevins, he's 46, also known as Tommy Guns, was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. I kid you not, that's what he's known as. 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon
no.
with intent to kill, 6 counts of shooting into an occupied vehicle in operation, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Yeah, he's a
Wow,
convicted
goodness.
felon, and he had a gun.
Mm.
Shooting happened January 16th. That was last week before, about 8:30 in the morning
Wow.
at a state property on 9-Foot Road just outside of Newport. Deputies say a private law firm employee who legally controls the property ran into Blevins, who was apparently squatting at the home. It was a home that was probably, at least it was being looked after, maybe up for sale, whatever. It was an estate home. They had a little bit of a verbal confrontation, and deputies say Blevins fired multiple shots at that employee.
Dr. Rose.
Fired multiple shots at him.
Mm.
The victim, the intended victim, made his way back to his car and got his own gun and returned fire in self-defense. Deputies say Blevins ran from the scene, was arrested by U.S. Marshals later in Raleigh. This arrested yesterday or the day before. He remains in the Wake County Jail without bond and is set to appear in Carteret County Court
Wow.
today. My
A lot of happening
goodness.
around the East Coast here.
Squatters. There's, they've had some issues over in the New River, the vacant
Yes,
New
they
River
have.
apartments housing area over there.
Well, those homeless have to have somewhere to go.
I'll tell you about one of those that I bumped into one day. It
Uh-oh.
was interesting. Oh, she didn't know who she was talking to. Dr. Rose, good morning. How are you?
Doing well. I hope you are.
Good morning,
Doing good,
Dr.
Dr.
Any
Rose.
precipitation over the weekend?
We got some sleet here between about 2:00 in the morning and 4:00 in the morning or so Sunday morning, Saturday night. May have been a little earlier than 2:00, but I was wrapped up inside, so I don't know exactly when it started. I know that I left it in my vehicle sometime after 4:15 or so, and I had a sheet of ice literally over the entire front windshield. Could not drive at all until it melted.
Well, I was going to say that's too bad, but you probably finished off a lot better than most
Yep.
places in the state. And how about west of us? Just a little west of us, they had a lot of trouble, especially in Tennessee and
Yes,
West Virginia.
they did.
So yeah, we did a lot better than expected.
Yeah, we got lucky around here. There was nothing on the roads. I know there was some ice out there, and I refused to drive over the big bridge here in Jacksonville that morning coming in. I just didn't want to chance any ice accumulation on the bridge because slip and slide there, and you know, there's a 60-foot drop, and the water below is cold.
I saw some pictures last night of Nashville.
Really?
Real bad.
Oh.
As far as the snow and accidents and stuff. But I have the first question, if I can, to
Yes,
Dr.
please.
Rose. It has nothing to do with toys. It has to do with moisture, moisture in the home. With this, a lot of homes right now with the humidity or lack of humidity, people's homes are very dry inside. Does that cause a lot of nasal issues and stuff? And as our co-hosts are over here scratching and itching and stuff.
It's the heat.
I feel like I need to, take a bath in olive oil or something.
Well, Dr. Rose, my question was going to be something like if you just took a saline solution for your nasal.
Yeah. So that's actually a really, really good question and reminder for parents right now because children, especially young ones, don't know how to express that the inside of their noses or nostrils feel dry and itchy, and we'll go over and we'll get that saline spray and make sure that's taken care of. But what do the little ones do? And they don't know how to express that. So that if your air is heated, and almost any kind of heat is going to dry up your air in your home, but particularly your bathroom, your bedroom. I would suggest that first of all, you purchase during the winter a humidifier or a vaporizer. And parents will ask me, which one do you think is better? If the one that you have is the one that's better. And the fancier one is not going to be better. You just need something that during the times where you're going to have the heat on all the time, that you add that moisture back into the air. If you could possibly sort of semi-close the bedroom door so you keep that extra moisture in there. Don't pump it up the whole time because otherwise, that extra moisture gets into your walls and can cause some fungus problems. But run that. And do you want to put something in the water? Well, if you want to add something like mint, oils, that could smell nice. It doesn't necessarily add much, medically speaking, to what you're doing. But then on top of that, you're correct. You're correct. The saline in the nose, especially if you have kids that are prone to nosebleeds and lots of nasal allergies, just some saline is going to get some of those dust particles and the dryness out of there. If they're babies and you can hear that stuff in the back of their nose, you can suction their little noses a couple of times a day.
I was thinking, we put out when we take a shower, because unless you're weird, you're not taking cold showers, especially in the wintertime, right? But it produces a lot of moisture in the air. We tend to close our bathrooms because we don't want a lot of company in there. But, close your blinds so people can't see in if you don't want them to. But leave your bathroom doors open and let all that moisture go circulating through the house.
That's not a bad idea. I never thought of it that way, but that makes sense.
And it's
it'll go into your bedroom if you have an attached bath bedroom, it'll go into the bedroom.
Yeah. And if you're cooking soups and stuff like that, some people don't like the smell of some soups that are cooking, but soups are producing moisture as they're cooking. And instead of sucking that thing up with that fan over your stove, maybe blow that moisture around the room. Put another fan in there to suck it out and move it around, just the moisture part. Yeah, you're going to have the smell of cooking soup, but if it's good soup, who cares? It smells good.
Good advice. I think that's good advice.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I've already made Lee hungry this morning.
I'm hungry.
You're talking about kids and other people with, with sinuses that may kind of dry out when there's no humidity in the air. And yeah, that when they do end up blowing their nose or whatever, or even adults, and you suddenly get a little bit of blood coming out, that's not a sign that there's anything wrong necessarily, right?
That's right. 99% of the time, it's just that your nasal passages are just too dry, and maybe you had some crustiness in there, and that crustiness was blown out. And kids, with mostly kids, you'll find that they find that little crust and they pull it out, and there comes the blood. And they'll never admit to it. I don't know that I've had more than a handful of kids in my whole life admit to, yeah, I was picking my nose. So,
well, drive down the highway, you'll find them.
yeah, I know. So anyway, so kids will do that. Adults will do it too, but kids will do it, and they won't tell us that they are. So they're the parents, and they're concerned. They're thinking it's something really bad, and most of the time it's just that dryness and in the nostrils, and the kid being a kid.
With Dr. Rose, I dabbled in I read a lot of medical, just because I'm interested in that. But
Hypochondriac.
I only see a doctor once a year. Then yeah,
You self-diagnose.
No, he just says there's no reason for me to see you.
But stay away.
I think that's not a bad thing.
No, ma'am. But there was a years ago, I heard there was a proper and an improper way to blow your nose, and that is you blow one nostril at a time. You don't blow them both at the same time.
This is unusual.
Can we go to something else?
No, I'm sorry. I'm being serious.
Yeah. I'm interested to know what you got to say.
He's right. He's
Thank
correct.
you.
And it's the same thing I tell you about suctioning kids' nasal passages. That you press on one nostril so that you get proper suction. But if you do that and you sort of push down on one nostril and then blow your nose, and then do the same thing on the other side, it's much more effective. You actually get what's in there out.
Thank you, Dr.
And so, yeah, during the winter, if you have to blow your nose and you feel all that stuff in there, instead of being ineffective and it's like blowing all over the place, if you press one nostril down and then you blow your nose, you're going to actually get what's in there out.
It's not the same thing as to do, but it's the same logic here. You try to close off the passages where the air would escape. Same thing you do when you're doing CPR, and you're having to do mouth to mouth. You're going to close off the nose. You got to close off the nose, or the air's going to come right back out the nose, and it's useless.
That's right.
Okay. See,
I hope that
Lee,
was helpful.
she's over here like doing anything but paying attention to what we're saying.
I'm just,
Well, you didn't think it was a good question?
it started last night with
Oh,
all
well,
these health issues. I'm just like trying to,
No,
I feel good.
I hope that the questions I asked Dr. Rose are.
They're
No,
perfect.
it's fine. It's just I'm envisioning this in my head as it's being talked about. And I'm like,
Now, Dr. Rose, can we discuss
It's good to
another? We're going to leave the nose in the face for a minute. Can we talk about toe jam?
toe jam.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I just
Is it
kidding.
rock
No, I don't. I'm just getting Lee's reaction.
I let's talk about toe jam. What do you do 2:00 in the morning when you run into the bathroom and you jam your toe on the wall on the corner
That's
of the door or
not
something?
the toe jam we're talking about.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
Oh, no, it's not. Okay. That's what I
She's-
Go ahead, Dr. Rose.
like
Answer it
me.
anyway, Dr. Rose.
I'm gonna look that up.
All right, well, if you're like any of us human beings, you try to jump on one leg all over the place.
Oh my
You
lord!
say a couple of bad words or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the walls are listening. But
Oh,
I would say,
Rayford, I looked it up.
well, I'm not a doctor like Dr. Rose, but I'd say turn the light on next time.
Put your slippers on.
Keep my boots on. Big old
But
boots.
Dr. Rose, how's the cold and flu's coming as we
Yes.
Are we
get
over
these
the hump?
cold months?
No, we're still having some flu. It definitely has moderated. Lots of kids with colds. They were kept home a little longer than they should have. So a lot of them have bronchitis, and they sucked all that yucky stuff into their lungs. So just be on the lookout for that. If your kid has the flu, watch them for 3 or 4 days at least, and give them plenty of fluids. Have them, everything that we said about blowing your nose and suctioning your nose really holds true after the flu. All that yuckiness tends to go back into your lungs, and that's how you get in a lot of trouble, because you have pneumonia and bronchitis and get sicker and sicker.
yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of that, and we're seeing kids that did have the flu, and then they come back maybe 5 to 7 days later really sick. So that's what we need to be looking for when these kids have the flu, or even a non-named respiratory infection.
I have another question, Dr. Rose. I know we're told wash your hands a lot, wash them, I believe, in warm water. But I find it interesting. A lot of doctors' offices, when I'm taking my wife there, they only have cold water in their restrooms. And I don't know. Does that? I mean, is that still accomplishing the germ killing that you're trying to do?
It's not the same. I mean, the soap will get to it to a good extent. Most doctors also have hand sanitizer there, so that'll probably get the rest of the germs. But what happened was that back maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, some patients would turn on the hot water and get burned, and some doctors had to pay lawsuits because of it. So, and the kids will turn on the hot water if it's an office that sees children as well, and burn themselves. So that a lot of doctors' offices moderated the heat, so you don't get heat into the water. And in our office, we like to wash our hands with pretty warm water. But I think that it's a safety measure that a lot of doctors' offices use. And if you're a little older, like myself, you might have stuck with it and not switched it back.
You know, one of the things you can do, because I know about water heaters and all that sort of stuff, because I've had to deal with them in the days of doing electrical work, just turn the thermostat down. Instead of having it at 120 or 130 degrees, where you want it because it produces a lot of hot water that you're going to mix with cold water. Little kiddies and some patients perhaps might not turn on the cold water to mix it properly. Don't take the time, and they do get burned with just a hot one. So make the hot water no more than about 95 degrees. It's warm enough to be very comfortable and not hot enough to do any damage.
That's
just as a
great advice
suggestion.
in homes with children.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Then when you get in the shower, you're going to really cuss because it's cold.
Yeah, I was just thinking
But
that.
for doctors' offices or something like that have a hot water
Right.
heater for their facilities, their toilets.
I suspect, and I know we said we'd do a road trip to Dr. Rose's office, but I
She's gonna
suspect
say
it's
no.
well, she was going to open up her doors and
Toy
her,
box.
No,
I didn't say it. He said it.
toys are for the
But
children,
that
Chris.
that it's
I would give you guys toys, all three of you. I have lovely rings and bracelets for the girls, and little cars and those little like cardboard planes.
oh yeah.
You can build. Yeah.
With the rubber band and you.
No, just the glider type you throw
Glider
on, right?
type. You put it together
That's
and
right,
you
the
throw
little
it.
glider type.
Use
Glider
balsa
type,
wood,
yeah.
very light balsa wood.
Well, thank you, Dr. Rose, for thinking of
Thank
us.
you.
You You know what you could do with those little glider planes? You put little pins in the end of them and throw them at people.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's terrible.
It is terrible, Dr. Rose.
I think one day
He's just full of it this morning.
when I go to do the
OJ.
NASCAR experience, I may pop in and say hi to Dr. Rose
Uh-oh.
and say hello.
Hey, Doc, I'm here.
Absolutely. You are very welcome.
You need to call 3 weeks in advance to get an appointment. Dr. Rose,
That's not true.
did you have to take a driver's license exam anytime recently?
Oh gosh.
No,
Oh, shoot.
it's been a while.
I'm just looking for some advice. I got to go take one in an hour and 10 minutes. Mine has expired and they won't let me renew it
No.
online again.
We need to call
Oh,
DMV and
no.
warn them.
But they've already been
Yeah.
warned.
Yeah, I don't think you can get a
I hope you
prescription
have
for
an
that.
appointment.
I do.
Good, because you're not getting out of there today with that one.
Well, I've got one. I've got one for 10 o'clock.
All right,
Okay.
you do fine.
And I think they've been warned and they want me out by 10:05. So we'll see how that goes.
They're probably just going to hand it to you out the door.
I'm carrying a reporter with me. If I'm there very long, I'm going to interview people.
Mr. Rayford, they'll suffer more than you. You'll be fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Dr. Rose. That's what we've been trying to say.
Golly. My reputation precedes me. Thank you, Dr. Rose. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
Dr.
Dr.
Rose.
Rose.
You guys have
Stay
a great week.
warm.
And
I
check
keep
check
care of
on
you.
check
I
on the
really
other
will. You too.
check on the other Google the other toe jam and
I've got it right here.
Yeah, I know you do, but
Mhm.
and you'll see why Lee is getting over here. Yuck.
Have a blessed day, Dr. Rose.
Thank
Dr.
you. I will look
Rose.
for toe jam.
Bye. And Philip, you can call now.
Philip's gonna say, "How you gonna get in this mess?"
Well, see, I had never heard of this before. And when
What's
you said
called
toe
really?
jam, I'm thinking about jamming my toe as I'm running down the hallway. And like, well, let's bring up the morning that you got on air and I was at home and you were saying, Alexa, call, blah, blah, blah. And my Alexa went off and started dialing the number.
Uh-huh.
So I went running down the hallway while I had the vacuum cleaner sitting there, jammed my
Why
toe
did you have the vacuum cleaner not in the closet?
because
Maybe
I
that was
had just
fun.
taken it out because I was going to do some cleaning.
Oh, that time of morning.
You never know when I'll be
How would you
cleaning.
be listening to the show if you were? That would
I
interfere.
took it out of the closet and I was going to do, anyway, toe jam. I looked it up. This is disgusting.
Anybody else been to your?
I've never heard of toe jam.
Toe jam refers to accumulation of debris, sweat, and dead skin cells between the toes.
Oh.
It is usually harmless and can be caused by factors such as poor hygiene, sweaty feet, or wearing tight shoes. To prevent toe jam,
Pointy shoes.
it's important to wash
For
and
women,
dry
yeah.
your feet thoroughly and maintain good
You know how far
foot
my feet are
hygiene.
from my,
If toe jam becomes painful
6
or
feet,
has
2
a
inches.
foul odor, it may indicate an infection and you should consult a doctor for treatment.
Stinky
toe
feet, in
jam.
other words.
Ugh.
Go see Dr. Rose with your stinky feet. Tell me
Between
that stinky-
snotting this morning and now toe jam,
Are
I'm
you
telling
still? Are
you.
you still hungry?
God, no, not
gave
the
that
least
up.
bit.
While we wait for Phil to call, did you know that if you measure the diameter
You're going to keep on.
of your fist, it's the size of your foot?
Oh, that's something. When I get home, I'm going to get my
Okay.
cloth tape measure just to do
I've
that.
got one
Rafer's
somewhere
looking to do it
I've
right
got
now.
one somewhere around here for you. I want to check it.
Well,
So,
they say
actually,
if
that
you
is-
if you go to buy a pair of jeans and you're not sure what size you need, that you
take them
just
to the
take them.
dressing room.
You know, you pick them up and you hold them up shoulder to shoulder, and if they reach shoulder to shoulder, then they'll fit your waist.
How about the length?
Really?
I don't know. It's just it's all crazy. It's Phil.
Only here can you talk about everything.
Toe jam.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Boogers.
Hey Phil, what's up?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
You can't tell?
Sanity is not part of our conversation this morning.
Yeah, we've not even
Well,
gotten to that
Well,
yet.
Phil, Saturday's coming. And then I hope Monday is a Groundhog Day.
What?
Monday, just let Phil know Monday is Groundhog Day.
Oh, groundhog. I thought you was going to say another holiday.
It is a holiday.
Phew.
Well, it is in Pennsylvania.
Every time they have holidays on Mondays, I get confused with the trash pickup because they don't pick it up on Monday. Mine is on Tuesday, but mine on Tuesday doesn't get picked up until Wednesday. I've had trash. I just put it out Saturday and let them pick it up when they want to.
Groundhog Day, it's only on in Pennsylvania. Do you have that problem?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm not going there.
They're all celebrating and celebrating the groundhog. Either
Okay.
showing himself or not showing himself.
Okay. Have you ever eaten any groundhog?
No, but
Yes, you have. I'll bet you $100 right now that you have. You want to bet?
probably because my grandmother.
Nope. I will tell you right now, you've had groundhog recently.
How's that?
Hamburger.
Oh God.
Is that not groundhog?
Ground. It's from a cow, so it's ground
Yeah.
No.
cow.
I use groundhog for my hamburger and for sausage and for everything else. I had groundhog yesterday. I had 2 sausage biscuits.
I told you.
True.
We're
Okay,
going to have to stop eating
Negative
hog.
6 right now. With the wind chill, it's probably negative 12.
oh yeah.
So
That's not good.
You know, I think the roads are open between there and here. It's down to 23 degrees here. So,
but no, I just want to say that with the snow that happened Sunday, the Children's Hospital in Cincinnati, I believe that it was the Children's Hospital in Cincinnati, was on their way and they was having issues on the freeway, so Ohio DOT plow truck plowed in front of them where they could get to the hospital
Oh,
quicker.
wow. Amazing.
Yes,
That's cool.
yes. So
I don't know that we'll have that.
We won't have that.
This weekend, but it'll be interesting to see what we get.
yes, I saw the news and everything. We got 18 inches where I lived at and
God.
everything. And the city of Columbus is piling up snow in the middle of the road downtown, and they're trucking it to, I think, a park and everything because they don't have nowhere to put the snow. They got like 12 inches in the downtown Columbus area.
Yeah, that's good thing football season's over with.
Yeah.
That when they get to the stadium, there they don't have to worry about cleaning off those seats.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I think he was in the Northeast. I don't know. I talked to a bunch of people yesterday on radio, and he said that he had spent the day shoveling the snow off his sidewalk and off his driveway. So he got that taken care of, and he used a snow thrower for a parking lot or something. And he said, I had mounds of snow that were so tall I had to keep building new mounds because the snow thrower, I didn't know what a snow thrower was, but the snow thrower wouldn't throw it to the top of the hill. They were so high. That's a lot of snow, people.
Mhm.
Y'all
Yeah, where I live at, the small little town, they've got piles. I'm 6'3", and it's as tall as I am or taller.
Oh, man.
Do you live near Centerville?
No.
No, okay. Centerville's a beautiful place.
Are you making snow cream or something?
Ugh,
I hear something stirring.
no, it's my heater.
Oh,
okay.
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 He's making snow cream.
I thought it sounded like he was stirring up hot chocolate. But
Yeah.
that's all right for me. That's what I was thinking. I mean, that's what I'd be doing up there.
Nope, I'm drinking a cup of coffee. You guys have a good one.
You
Thank
too.
you, Phil.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Phil.
it.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Coffee. I don't do the coffee. But I do love some hot chocolate.
Yes.
Hot chocolate on
It's
the
always-
cold night.
Kathy found now Easy Way. They actually now make the Swiss Miss Keurigs.
Yes, I have a box of those.
Do you?
at home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, she
Greatest
loves them
invention
now.
ever. Yeah, we have a guest in the studio right now.
Not gonna do that.
We have Miss Jaleesa. She is with the VFW Post 9133,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to talk about Veterans Stand Down coming up.
Coming up soon.
Coming up
Kind of like right now.
Just about. We're about technically would have happened yesterday. Come next week,
Okay.
next Tuesday. Yes, we have the 2026 Kelly Hamilton Outenslow County Veteran Stand Down and Resource Fair. It is open for all veterans transitioning active duty, our retirees. So if you've been in the area for quite some time and want to know what else is going on, or if you're looking for something in particular, come on down. We are having, hopefully, I make my goal of a little over 50 providers that will be there.
Oh, good. Okay, let's back up down.
Oh, go ahead.
Stand down. You know, when you're a cop or when you're in the military, they tell you to stand down. It's, you know, you stop. You just don't do whatever you were doing anymore.
Correct.
Okay, so tell me what this stand down is all about. What's it? What happens?
So we have it at our American Legion.
Mhm.
So we got a big building. Within that big building, we'll have at least, we're hoping for about 50 providers, community resources ranging from our veteran organizations to mental health providers, the VA, service-connected disability, some churches, you name it. If they help the veteran community, either you as that individual or your family members, they'll be there. And essentially it's a way for you to network and get those resources kind of all in one spot. So instead of you driving across town to find it, we're bringing it all in one
How
location.
about, do you have anybody from like Employment Security Commission or any people that may be, or companies, big companies that may be looking for jobs or looking for people to fill positions, and they're specifically looking for veterans? What if there's anybody?
So we have NC Works that comes out.
Yes, okay.
So NC Works will be there.
That's what I was asking.
So we
Good.
have like our DVOPS will be there, our Disabled Veteran Opportunity Specialist. I'm pretty sure I messed up their acronym.
Probably, but I do it all the time.
Right.
But they will be there, and they'll help, get them in, set up appointments, and
good.
work
Very
with them
good.
individually.
Very
Good, because there are people that are actually, they like to hire veterans.
Yes.
And if you got folks out there that are going to have a bunch of veterans there, they may be looking for jobs.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
they don't want to go stand in line with, every 15-year-old, 16, 17-year-old kid out there looking for a job at McDonald's. That's not what they're looking for.
Of course.
So-
Yes.
Something to take advantage of their skills.
Yes.
And a lot of companies understand veterans have skills
Yes.
and they don't have to pay them to teach them.
Yes, sir.
So that's good. Okay, good.
Now, this resource fair is for all veterans, transitional active duty members, family members, homeless and disadvantaged veterans. So, and this is February 3rd, starting at 10 a.m. through, is it 2 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's at the fairgrounds at the American Legion building.
Yes.
So this is something that y'all do every year. Some of the resources you have available is the VA healthcare services, homeless prevention assistance, recovering and mental health services, veteran assistance programs, suicide prevention, educational opportunities, employment for jobs, it's counseling for employment. Veteran organizations will be there, information on various other things, haircuts, and warm clothing.
I should have gotten
Yes.
mine. I
Some
needed
of these
one a couple
homeless
weeks ago.
veterans need a warm coat. And this is an opportunity to get a free haircut, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. No.
Did I get a rain check?
Can you get a rating?
Oh, very good.
Jaleese, is this sponsored? I'm sorry, Lee. Did you have more?
No, you go right ahead.
Just curious. So VFW Post 9133,
Correct. Yes.
which is on Piney Green Road, which I'm an auxiliary member, which I enjoy.
Thank you for being one of our members.
It's a wonderful place to be. But are you the primary or the only sponsor of this event?
No, so actually, we're just essentially the organizers.
Okay.
You're the coordinators, right?
We're the coordinators.
Got to put it together.
This is
Good for you.
entirely built on our community. Our community helps donate the clothing. We help sort it. And that's all assisted by not just us as the organizers, but volunteers within the community that will come out and just, we're helping each other. And that's what,
That's wonderful.
vets help vets, and
Mhm.
vets helping veterans helps the community, and the community helps us. So
How about some of those
It's a beautiful thing.
homeless veteran communities? that we have. We do have home veterans who live basically in the woods.
Yes.
And are we getting the word out to them?
Yes. So the pit count should have occurred this week, which is going out and taking count of the homeless within our community. And that gets hosted by a couple other organizations that have boots on the ground, and love it because I've had the privilege to go and assist with that a couple years ago. They go out, get a count, as well as our homeless shelter giving a count as well of who they've sheltered. But we are letting them know about the stand down, letting them know how to get connected back to some of these resources and about this event.
Curious, when you go out and count, do you get names and all that sort of good stuff when you're counting individuals? And
I don't recall names as much as maybe more.
A lot of people want to drop out. They don't want their names.
Correct.
They don't want people to know where they are.
Right. So if, from what I recall, we got more of the description, age group,
Right.
How long you might have been unsheltered, how long this is occurring. And if they wanted that information to be connected back to working with them to get more assistance.
So the VFW, most people should know, veteran of foreign wars, but we have a lot, being a military town, people getting ready to come out of the service.
Yes.
Is this open to them as well? Or is this strictly to
war veterans?
War veterans.
So essentially, to join the VFW, it is you would have to have seen combat. You'd have to have an overseas ribbon. But we assist anybody. We welcome all of our veterans or retirees. But essentially, we can always help you connect back to an organization. So like the American Legion, as long as you served honorably, joining them.
And in a lot of situations, we're at war in a lot of places.
Yes.
Pretty much all the time. We are in some way or another, one form or another. So there are a lot of combat ribbons given out to individuals when they are deployed to these zones. Peacekeepers are in combat zones quite often, just to keep the peace there.
Yes.
So that's it's not that you got to be out there firing off with an M16 or throwing 105s downrange. So, a lot of people are veterans of foreign wars.
And I personally had the privilege, my wife and I had to, we went to, besides being auxiliary members, of pinning some of the Vietnam veterans there at the location.
Yes.
That was very beautiful.
We've done a couple of different events to honor past wars.
Right.
I know a few years ago we did the medal for Vietnam. We try to stay involved and try to make sure that people know about the VFW, just our events and being active in our community.
How did you get to be in this position?
Which positions are?
As a coordinator, being with the VFW?
So to be with the stand down itself, I'm actually in school to become a social worker.
Nice.
I've worked with multitude of organizations. And when the VFW took it over a couple of years ago, I want to say about 5 or 6 years ago, of course, my hand was probably the first one up to help and do my part.
Sure.
And making sure that we got the different organizations, and then we networked a lot to get these different organizations out there. To be with the VFW, Camp Lejeune was my last duty station almost 9 years ago.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. After almost 10 years, got out, stayed here in lovely Jacksonville instead of going back home to Chicago.
Where it snows.
Where it snows.
A lot.
Yes.
Yes.
I want
Just to point that out.
Oh, a lot of snow.
Mhm.
A lot of my friends keep sending me pictures and you're like, no, I
Bless your
tease
heart.
them. Your code is running rampant down here in my south, I'm gonna need you to come get your weather.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I stayed here
We're
for
piping
the
it north.
sand. I stayed here for the sand.
So
not
tell
the
them
snow.
the only thing you want white under your feet is sand, not snow.
Exactly. Exactly. But no, I joined the VFW actually at one of our stand downs years ago. Joined the VFW, found out what they do and how they are present in the community. And I have been an officer for the past almost 7 years, almost 8 years.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you. This year I took off, but any way to volunteer and give back to
Mhm.
my community and
Very
stay
good.
active in the
Yeah.
VFW. So
Well, I noticed on this stand down now, it says the veteran stand down is named Kelly Hamilton, and it's to honor the efforts of Kelly Hamilton, who is recognized for his contributions to local veterans in Onslow County. Is that person still around?
Her.
It's
her honors.
Okay.
Her.
I thought it was her, but this article says him. So
Yes. No, she passed away
Hey,
a couple of years ago.
I thought so.
I never met her. But she was the founder of our stand down, or at least the organizer who
Right.
made it as big as it is.
Yes.
And consistently made
Didn't
sure
we
it occurred.
have her on the show a couple years back, a while back?
I
don't
want to say
remember.
yes.
I
but
want
it's
to say
been-
yeah,
it's
and that's
been
why I thought it was a her. But this article right here, that's
artificial intelligence you're reading.
it's WNCT. Sorry, WNCT.
Artificial
But,
intelligence.
It says his, so I thought that was wrong. But anyway, she corrected it. Thank you very much.
Is there
Yes.
room for organizations to still sign up to be there?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Contact.
my one dream is that maybe one day we'll max out the
Mhm.
American Legion Fairground building
That's a big
with
deal.
providers. It is a very
That
big
would be
building.
great.
But I think we're maybe a couple years off from that. We still have a lot of providers there, but still enough space that when our DJ likes to play a couple of the dances,
Mhm.
the Cupid Shuffle or
Nice.
the chicken
Yeah.
dance, or we try to
Yeah,
have a small little room for a dance
Yeah.
floor.
that would be good.
Who's
Yes.
who do people contact if they have a organization that they might be interested in participating in this wonderful event?
They contact me.
Oh, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good.
Wonderful.
They contact me.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And they reach you by calling.
They can call me at 910-939-1012. Again, that number is 910-939-1012.
Okay, wonderful. Sounds like a great event. I
Yes.
think I know a group that might go out there.
And a
Barbershop
very
Quartet.
It would be re-honoring our fallen veterans.
I would think so.
I think so.
well. I do want to commend the VFW Post 9133 for all the things you do.
Mhm.
You do so much, and we would love to have the Post come on more regular to talk about a lot of the fundraisers and other things that you're doing for our veteran community. So thank you for that.
Don't wait
too.
for an invitation for us.
That's
Just call
right.
and book it.
Mhm.
Yes, we'll do.
Book them down.
I will let the commander know.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, I think I talked to him a couple months ago at a foundation meeting, and I told him we want to hear from you.
Well, he
Yeah,
reached
so,
out.
yeah,
So
very
we-
good.
They also they do a wonderful golf tournament.
You're into that
In
golf stuff, huh?
November.
And
You like hitting things with clubs, don't you?
I enjoy helping charities with their golf tournaments, and it was in honor of Don Oakes.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you knew Don.
I
I know it's
remember that
probably before
name.
your time, but yeah. And it used to be held at Jacksonville Country Club every year. And then you would go to the VFW afterwards for wonderful food that the ladies of the organization would make.
Yeah, we missed the oyster roast. Rose.
Okay, well,
Yeah, she was supposed to remind us.
I forgot to. So
But what?
Remember the oyster
I don't
roast?
think she's
Oh,
not.
was
She's
it
talking about
October?
something that was
November?
way back in
It was not that
year.
long ago.
Another year.
No, it wasn't,
Uh-huh.
Chris.
We just had one. Was
You
it
get to
last
jail.
month or so? If I'm not
Uh-huh.
mistaken.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, this is a great thing for the veteran community, and I put all the links on our pages here, so it's easy to access. You can go to Facebook, you can
Excellent.
go to the website.
One
and
stop shopping.
We have posted Jalissa's number on the page here. So, yeah, if you need to know more about it, and like you, I'd love to see it to where it's packed all the way around.
Yeah, sure.
That would be great.
Yes.
Yes. There are so many people out there that need some help,
Yes.
you
There
know,
are.
and the homeless, and so many of them are veterans. I found a tent pitched along a major highway here, right in a little stretch of bushes. Saw it yesterday twice, and I'm
Sad.
like,
Sad.
because some of the leaves are gone, but apparently it's there year round. Somebody's living in it. This weather
It's hard.
in the teens, you got to be hardy to do that. But I feel for them. I don't know whether there's a veteran or not, but I will be going back there.
Now, Jalissa,
find
if
out.
somebody wants to contribute and donate things like blankets, tents, socks, warm clothing, how can they do that?
So cutoff for that, unfortunately, just so that we can take account, I
Right.
believe is today.
Okay.
Nope, just kidding. Thursday, tomorrow.
Good.
Okay, you got
One
it.
more
If I'm
day.
not mistaken, tomorrow, Thursday, the 29th. You can drop it off at our VFW
I'm down on Piney Green Road.
down on Piney Green, just so that we can take account because with the financial side, when people contribute us with money, we go out and buy what's missing. So
Good,
if we
good.
only had so many sleeping bags, we'll go out and buy a
Right.
few more. The
Right.
socks, the underwear, more
Got
jackets,
Toiletries.
toiletries.
For you
yes.
guys that are ending your tour of duty, instead of selling your gear, instead of selling all those MREs that you've accumulated,
Yeah.
seriously, I see it on the Facebook Messenger. I see it here. I see it in the surplus stores, not to put them out of business, but take some of that gear and donate it to people like this.
Yes.
You're not going to use it. You're not going to get but pennies on the dollar for what it's worth, and you didn't pay for it in the first place.
Mhm.
Take it. Do something positive with it. That's the way I look at it.
Yes.
We got a lot of leftover stuff, and so many people, they get out of the Corps after 4 years, 10 years. They don't even want it anymore. It's
Yes.
stuff they got to haul around, and their spouses don't want it either.
Takes
So-
up a good amount of closet
There you
space.
go. And what are you going to do with it?
Right.
Give it to somebody instead of the moths,
Yes.
because that's what's going to happen.
But I will say, even if you don't think you need anything at this moment, sometimes we think we transition out of the military. We have it. You know, if you're a retiree, I served for almost 10 years. I think I had it. I knew
You do
I knew some
everything,
stuff.
didn't you?
I think I had my life.
Oh.
I have 2 teenagers at home now, but you know, I may plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And then you found out Z was calling you.
Z was calling, and then needed even
Yeah.
plan double, elemental P. Go out, see what the community has to offer. Network, you may need it, you may not need it.
Getting it in one place is really cool.
Day 90 of you getting out of the military, but you may need it come 180 or 360 down the way. So definitely come out, even though we do it every year, come out and see us on Tuesday to find these resources.
Okay.
You may meet some friends down there too.
Yep. We'll make some.
Yes.
Chris, you want to
Even
do
better.
the phone number?
Say it again.
You want to do the phone number? Anybody has any questions?
For us,
Sure.
910-333-0139. Y'all.
Oh, our phone number or their number? Whose number?
Our phone number. If anybody listening has a question
910-333-0139.
for Jalissa right now, go ahead and give us a call.
I was so in tune to what
I should have just
you-
done
No,
it.
here it is. I understand my wife.
Okay.
Her conversations,
Uh-huh.
Right.
and I'm applying the same logic here.
I was zoned in on all the things that's going to be happening on the 3rd and the people that are
Well, I understand.
transitioning out.
Trust me,
Yeah.
it took me a minute, but
Yeah.
I had to go back this.
Never mind. If anybody listening has any questions they would like to ask about the veteran stand down,
Now's your time.
please give us a call, 910-333-0139.
I will also add.
They can't see my eyes cutting from the back of my head.
She could have made that simple, couldn't she?
I will also add lunch will be there as well.
What are we serving?
We are serving Smithfield's Farms, not to be confused with the restaurant. Smithfield Farms will be donating and sponsoring us to get pork chops.
Wow,
Oh
really?
my
Yes.
gosh.
Can you get them
that is
smothered
awesome.
in gravy and onions?
Unfortunately, no.
Ooh,
Yeah, bring your own gravy
I'll
and,
bring my
and
own.
mushrooms. Yes.
That's not a problem. Gravy, onions, and the
There you
mushroom is
go.
good.
So I
Pork
tease all
chops.
the time. Definitely
Mhm.
bring a real fork because unless you're okay
Yeah.
with just picking it up with your hands.
Use your hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That's
got
why
a
you
pocket
eat pork
knife. I
chops.
carry one that I can cut that sucker up. Idiot.
Now, this event is totally free for the veterans, right?
I'll
Completely
wash
free.
it after the toe shed.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, definitely. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Somebody had asked a question. and
Yeah,
I
I've
got
just
hung
blown
up
her
on
away
that.
too. She did.
Yeah.
She missed it. That's good.
Yeah.
She'll pick up. For
Now,
you.
I'm used to it. I don't want to bother you. So anyway, this is a great event. It's held yearly. Do you know how many years now it's been running?
Ooh, that I could not tell.
Yeah, I was
you.
just curious. I tried to look it up, but of course, then and again, it told me Kelly was a he, so I had to go back and correct everything. So
I would probably say
Yeah.
it's definitely past the last 10, maybe 20 years.
yeah, this is a
'Cause
great event. A great
Mhm.
event.
Okay, sounds good.
Great event.
Thank you.
Thank you
We
for having
Thank you
appreciate
me.
so
you coming in this
much.
morning.
And thank you for your service.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Prior and continued.
Yes,
Got it. How many
Right.
kids did you say you have?
I have two teenagers,
Ooh.
Wow.
both
I'm
at White
sorry.
Oak.
Oh.
Vikings.
Vikings. Yes.
Well, of course, you can tell that we are
Yes.
Cardinals. Well, we're all Cardinal graduates, so.
That's
Yes.
awesome, though.
But I got a granddaughter who went there.
Your favorite granddaughter.
My only granddaughter.
See?
So, yeah,
Exactly.
My favorite granddaughter. You better be. All right.
Wow.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks
Thank
so much.
you.
You take
Yes.
care. All right.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much, and I hope it goes well.
That
Yes,
will.
thank
And
you.
those that, really, this is a great cause to donate to. So if you have anything in the closet, even if it's gently used, they can donate
Yes. Yes.
it. Okay, there you
Yeah,
go.
there's lots of stuff
There's
out
some
there.
cold veterans
And
out there.
all of you guys who got a bunch of extra shirts for Christmas,
Yeah.
you don't have room for them.
Mhm.
If you like those better than some that you've been wearing, then take the ones that you have been wearing and make some closet space for your new ones. If you don't like the new ones because they're just butt ugly, then it's okay. Donate those too. They're brand new. I mean, I know how things work. Okay.
Yes.
That's the way it goes. If you got too much stuff, this is a good place to give it instead of
Right.
putting it in the trash.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
So much everywhere. We live in a veteran community and military community, and our veterans are so important to us.
Absolutely.
We've got a lot of stuff coming up for the veterans, and this is something that I look forward to hearing about every year. So thank you for what you do.
Sure. Okay. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Bye.
And we'll see you the next
Stay
time.
warm.
Okie dokie. Yeah, stay warm. Speaking of which, let's run offshore where it's cold.
All right.
It's cold. The water out there is warmer than it is up here, though. Do you know the water is in the 50s, 60s, and 70 degrees out there?
Woo-hoo.
The closer you get to the Gulf Stream, you could just go swimming out there.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
as you get out there.
get out there. It's not going to be too bad later in the week. Today, northerly winds 15 to 20 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet every 4 seconds. Sounds and rivers choppy, diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon today. Thursday, tomorrow, northerly winds 15 to 20, gust of 25, becoming northwesterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon. 3 to 5 footers, 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers choppy, diminishing to a moderate chop by afternoon. On Friday, it's looking fairly decent out there. If you want to go offshore, that would be your day. Northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 3. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, sunny with a high near 42, north wind 68 miles per hour, becoming west in the afternoon. Tonight, clear with a low around 22. Thursday, sunny with a high near 39. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 19. And Friday, sunny with a high near 42.
Up to 26 degrees here at the studio and climbing.
Yes.
A heat wave.
It is a There's a song about that too.
Yes, there is.
I don't remember what it is.
Absolutely.
Humidity is 65%. On the inside, we talked about with Dr. Rose, the humidity. Now, when the humidity is down to like 50 or 60% outside, that's pretty decent, right? Humidity. Right now on the inside, in this room, this room is cooler than it is up in the rest of the house. But the humidity in here is 27%. Oh,
Yeah, that's why
how do you blow that nose again?
my throat gets
There you
so
go.
dry in here, but
There you go.
it's all good. We make adjustments for it. Let's not go back to that. Let's move on. Stop.
Well, I mean, Dr. Rose said it was a good question.
You
so-
started it.
Yeah, but it got a little bit much.
I know the
before it
toe
got over
jam.
with.
The toe jam is what.
Oh, yeah, and we had to go to Toe Jam.
That's
Good
what.
Lord.
Well, you were the one that ran into the vacuum cleaner at 2 a.m.
But that was something, and it wasn't 2 a.m. It was like 7:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Him playing with Alexa, setting off everybody's Alexas.
You can do that
Oh, yeah.
in someone else's
yeah.
home.
Alexa, call 910-333-0139. They had that problem nationwide, right?
No,
Yes.
So I took advantage of it in its infancy. So I think they've kind of tempted it down.
Well,
a little
Alexa
bit
has a new voice now.
Hey, y'all. This
No,
is
it
Lexus.
Still gets on my nerves. Still gets on my nerves.
I wonder how much they'd pay for my voice.
Well, you can pay and have a male voice, like a English butler or something. I mean,
What's
but Alexa has
an
another
English
voice now.
butler? Is that your fantasy?
No, not unless he's there to do housework.
Maybe you
Anyway.
could get your Brazilian stallion to.
She wants Roman Reigns to do it. 910-333-0139.
Anyway, we talk so much about going through
hungry.
checkouts. I'm not. We go through checkouts like at Walmart, Food Line, doing the self checkouts.
Mhm.
Well, this assistant school principal was arrested in Georgia.
Uh-oh.
After she allegedly stole nearly $1,000 from a Walmart
It was a mistake.
by using the stack method. The stack method. Okay, let's say you get, all right, let's use small plastic buckets. Instead of getting one, you get three, but you stack them all in each other.
Sure.
And when you go through the register, zip, you're scanning one
We got
and
one
not three.
39-cent bucket. We got 3 buckets, and one of them is filled full of stuff.
Well, look, over a
Big diamond rings
2-month period, she
from Walmart.
allegedly stole 98 items from the store. She's assistant principal at Free Home Elementary School, no pun intended.
She used to be.
She's assistant principal at Free Home Elementary School. She took that seriously, didn't she? Allegedly nabbed $943.97 between November 1st and December 31 by placing multiple items on top of each other and only scanning one. Yeah, it was brought to light when a Walmart employee handed over surveillance footage of her in the act to police. And the investigators then matched the disgraced educator to the thieves through a driver's license database per the incident reported obtained by the outlet. So evidently they must have been able to get her vehicles on camera and, watch her go out the store and then get into a vehicle. And they went to her home and they confirmed the two cars in the driveway
Have
matched.
you looked at the top of the store there at the Walmart?
Oh, yeah,
store?
there's
the
lots
cameras
of-
up there. There are
there's
lots of
cameras
cameras there in
everywhere.
that parking lot.
Yeah, anyway,
Absolutely.
after the news came out about her arrest at Cherokee County School District, and now she was placed on administrative leave. Do you need things that bad you have to steal?
Some people,
Yeah,
it's
we
just a
do.
thrill.
I know, it's just,
Now, I'll tell you, yesterday,
Mm.
was it yesterday? I had to do a big box store. I'm not going to tell you which one it was.
yeah, I
It
know.
had to deal with stuff that men have to make 3 trips to that same store to get every time you have to go pick up anything.
Mhm.
So you figure it out, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I got there, and as soon as I was getting ready to run through the self-checkout, because there was nobody else was at the cash register. And a lady was standing there. She said, "Do you need some help?" I said, "Yeah, I probably will, because this stuff never works right." And get up there, and so she scans everything for me real quick, and I said, "Boy, that's a whole lot faster than I would do it." She said, "Yeah." And I said, "What are all these things up there?" She said, "It's because they keep giving me patches up there when I'm helping people, and they find out about it." The store does. And she said, I said, I really wish you guys would just do away with this stuff. Maybe one or two of the automatic things for folks who just really love it.
I do.
Good for you. And then because some of the stuff, it has issues with me. I have problems.
Right.
You go buy one screw.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
One
exactly where
bolt.
you're going. Yep.
And you try to match it up somewhere at the counter where you buy it. Sometimes they don't have the barcode there, so you can't write anything down. So what do? I go find me a store with somebody at it as a cash register, or I wait for this nice lady. She's a very nice lady,
Mhm.
and she said, "Well, let me tell you, did you know we're finding out we've had to hire more employees than we had before to take care of the people who are coming through the lines because it's taken so
Yep.
much time for them to get through."
You'll
I
find
said,
three or
I am
four-
not surprised.
You'll find 3 or 4 employees just standing at the self checkout to help somebody
Right.
self checkout when it would be
Because
open.
it takes that. How much longer does it take a person to go through a self checkout line? Do you think that it takes them to go through somebody who's a professionally and experienced person? Most of the people that
Yeah.
try the self checkout lines will take longer.
Well, if it
I'm
doesn't have a barcode,
good.
I'm sorry, Lee.
No, I'm good and fast, man. I have my stuff
Well-
lined up on that thing, and I've got zip, zip,
If-
zip.
Well, you
zip.
can get another job then one day if they ever open up employment.
Well, there
Well,
you
that's,
go.
but everything you buy has a barcode on it, right?
Right.
But when you're going to a hardware store and you buy 1 or 2 bolts and they're different sizes, and so you either take a picture of that barcode
No.
from where you grabbed it from, or you take that screw. I know what you're talking about, Redford, and they match it up to a book.
May
But
I
you don't have
say-
that. You don't have that book when you're self-checking.
May I
out.
say, as a hardware queen and buying a lot of hardware, there's one particular box store here that I do most all my shopping at when it comes to that.
She knows all the part
And
numbers by heart.
you go up there and they have the drawers with all the different size screws and bolts, right?
Mhm.
Well, they also have plastic bags hanging
do.
over there. You take a bag, you write down the number of that part on the bag and put the part in there. So when you go to the checkout, you just key it in.
How
You
much
carry a purse, right?
Not all the time.
So do you carry a pen with you all the time?
Why do I need to pay? Well, they
Well, how
have
are you
the
gonna
They
read
pins.
don't always
They
have
have the
a pen
pins and
there.
bags
They do
there.
not always have them.
Now, I've never had a problem
I
yet. Now you have jinxed me.
Okay, I bought one of those little parts that you're talking about 6 months ago.
Right, take a picture of it.
And I bought a bunch of other stuff to go
Right.
along with it, right? But this one little bolt is when I got out and I paid for this whole thing of over
Right.
$200 worth of stuff. I
Yeah.
found out that one little bolt was $84. I said, no, it's not. But that's the barcode that was on the bag or on the part where I got it from. It was mislabeled at the bin. I went back in there. I said, I don't want this bolt anymore. I want my $84 back. They said $84, and they went back
Didn't
there.
you notice it when you rang it up?
I had over $200 worth of different stuff. I had
Yeah,
a lot
I look
of
at
other
every
stuff.
single thing as I ring it up.
Bless your heart.
You need a lesson from a woman on how to shop in the hardware store. We know.
No, I do. I go, excuse me, could you have someone meet me on the
That's
bolt
right. One
aisle?
customer needs some help.
And they write it down, and then you have to get to some person who's standing there to help yourself to punch the number in because they have to use their code
Yeah.
to get into the register screen to do it.
Or you can just go find an aisle that's open with a real clerk there and just go through, okay, this is your problem now, fix it.
Yeah.
And they do it in about 2 seconds. Because like you say, they got the book to match all that mess up with. But they've had to hire more people than they had before at this one store, according to a lady there who works there, who looks like the chief lady who works there, because of the people who it takes so much longer to go through the lines.
I'm gonna take the other side to this because I love being able to check out my own stuff.
You're one of a kind.
I'm used to it. I like it.
The
I like
only
being
one of a
able to
kind.
bag it the way I want to bag it, and to be able to, if I need assistance, it only takes a second. They'll be right over there because sometimes maybe I'll ring something up twice. They come right over, delete, boom. I keep on going, and I'm out. I'm done.
Now, I'll go to a grocery store here,
Mhm.
a supermarket,
You are
A
not good
well-
at grocery
a
stores.
well-named,
Mhm.
do what now?
You don't do well at grocery stores checking out by yourself.
I have until
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Something's happened. Well, when they have things like soft drinks on sale,
Mm-hmm.
instead of me buying 2, I will get 10, 12, 15, whatever it's going
Right.
to over for Christmas. On 2 occasions, I did this. They were on sale and I bought them. Scan them. Ding, 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 ding. A dozen.
Right.
It dinged 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
You can't count them without trying to figure out how to scroll down to be sure you got every one of them. And when I checked out, the woman there said, all of them didn't register. She's got a little thing over there.
Mm-hmm.
All of them didn't register. You didn't scan all of them. I said, I scanned every one of them. Well, let's go back and do it again. I said, scrub that whole thing. Went back and did it again. And she watched it. And guess what? It missed 4 out of that dozen. And she watched it and then watched the whole thing. She said, we're having this problem. I said, well, then don't make me feel like I'm the idiot. Y'all got a problem. And I've done it twice at the same store.
I've never had the problem yet, so I'll be on the lookout. But I generally,
She didn't know
as
it. She
I
got away with free stuff.
no, when I scan through it, I always watch the screen. Scan, see it pop up. Scan, see it pop up.
Mhm.
You have to have a talent for it, Rayford.
Well, no, I mean, at the grocery store, I can do it because
Yeah.
it's all barcoded.
I think we were at the same.
Unless it doesn't.
Yeah, we were.
Unless it
Yeah.
doesn't record it, like mine didn't record it.
Yeah.
I did it another time about 2 weeks ago, and I
Mhm.
stopped up there as the lady is at the front of the store, just standing
Right,
there
right.
waiting. I stopped up there and I got my receipt then.
Right.
And I said, okay, 1, 2, and I counted. Then I counted what I had in there, and I said, ma'am, I am not trying to cheat you. This did not count 2 of these bottles in here. God, you're honest.
Mhm.
I said, if it had counted, if it had been the other way around, I would have said it counted too many for me too. So I reserved that right. I'll take 2 of these, and I went back over there. I broke in line. I scanned those 2. I saw it, and they scanned them out, and I paid for 2 of them separately.
Yeah. Well, that was very honest of you, and
Well, that's
you know
the way I do it.
that did happen to me one time, a long time ago when I first started using it. And this was not at a grocery store; it's another store. And I went through there, and I was still ringing up stuff when one of the clerks said that one item that you put, it did not ring up. So
Yeah.
I scroll on the screen. I look. You're absolutely right. So now I have trained myself that as I scan it through, I look at the screen, make sure it pops up. So I'm careful about
I
that.
got
but
that little thing in my hand, and I got this cart full of stuff down there. I'm down there scanning
you
it.
should let me do it.
Hmm.
I'm the
The only
queen of
one, the
scan.
only one that I have not had any trouble with is at Sam's.
Right.
They've got it right. When I go through there, because I scan it, because it's double checked as I go through that
Yes, it
aisle on
is.
the way out. They know. And it
Mhm.
also tells me the number in big letters there, how many I've got. I count them 16, I'm good to go. I leave. Done. But the others, without fail, I have had failures.
So let's throw it out to our viewers. 910-333-0139. What do you rather have? A person checking you out, or you check yourself out?
Or you would have tried to get away with it.
Well,
What
just-
the teacher did, or the principal did down there in Georgia.
I'm on the side of checking myself
Oh,
out.
you just want to
Okay.
get away with some free stuff.
No, I'm very honest. And, you know, I don't need to stack anything. I don't need to, now if I go through a register and the cashier's ringing me up and she didn't see something and I got home and realized it, oh, well, I'm not going back. But unless it's something really expensive. But
I've actually done that, but putting it in the car, I'll go back in. I said, you didn't charge me for this.
no, if it's something really inexpensive, I'm not wasting my gas to go all the way back. So
Well,
responsibility,
I-
just like it's our responsibility to ring it up
I
right.
see it when I get in the car.
Yeah, you don't even look at you.
Yes, I do. I count the stuff as I put it in there to make sure I get all my stuff.
Well, while we await a call, I don't know if this is an update or did you mention it with Omar, but the person that sprayed her got
Yes.
arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't.
It was a 3rd degree misdemeanor or something like that. 3rd degree assault or something. 3rd degree, I think it was. And now I'm
I
like,
used hot
third.
oil that would at least make it 1st degree.
Yeah.
That's not a suggestion, folks. That's a smart aleck remark. I'm also waiting for anybody that's taken the driver's test. If there's anything that I need to know that I probably have forgotten since the 10 years ago that I took a test, because last time I did just fill in the blanks online.
Mhm.
So it's been 10 years. They're 5-year licenses now, right?
Yeah.
So it's been 10 years since I took a test. Help. Is there anything there that I need to study up for real fast? I've
The
got
only,
1 hour and 21 minutes.
the only test I took was the eye exam.
Okay, what ones are up there so I can remember what are
A
they?
E I O U, right? Fred?
Sometimes why? They're just checking the.
A E I O U.
I don't have to know about stop signs and stuff like that. What they
No,
are?
I didn't know. I mean,
Okay.
if you haven't had a violation,
No, I haven't got a violation.
no,
They
then you're
haven't
just
called
going to
me.
do it. You're just going to do the eye exam.
Okay, you know how we were talking about earlier this morning about taking tests, about how I don't like to take tests
I don't
because the questions I read more into them.
Yes, I do.
When I first got my driver's license and had to go in there and take that test, and you get on the machine and they showed you like a stop sign.
You drove them crazy, didn't you?
No, I
You
said,
counted the size.
they
on
said,
it.
what kind of sign is this? I said, an information sign. And then they would show the speed limit sign. What kind of sign is this? I said, a regulatory sign. I was reading more. See, that's what I mean.
Well,
No,
that's
it's a
what
speed
you-
limit.
That's what you used to have to say on them at one time. In driver's ed, that's what they preached to you.
But I went in there and took the test. He goes, what kind of regulatory sign? And I'm like, what do you mean?
I'm colorblind. What difference does
You
it make?
asked what kind of sign is a regulatory sign. No, what does it say? I said, speed limit? He goes, yes. And I'm like, well, see, and so anyway, when you go in there and you see the speed limit sign, just say speed limit. You see the stop sign, say stop sign.
You're not going to have to do the signs.
No, you shouldn't have to.
If you have not had a violation, at least unless it's changed in the last couple of months, you just do the eye exam.
Years ago,
Mm.
I went in, and of course, the examiner knew me, and he said, he went through real quick, like, and said, "Okay, you're good to go." What? I said, "Yeah." Well, I don't have to do no. Don't you arrest people if they don't obey these signs? I said, "Yeah." He said, "You know what the signs are?" I said, "Well, yeah." He said, "Go. We got people waiting." So he kicked me out of the driver's license office.
Used to be
Not
you
here, by the way,
knew.
y'all. Not around here.
It used to be you knew the people there, and sometimes you could get done. Oh,
You got favors, did you?
hey, if you can get them, take them.
Oh,
That's all I got to say.
Thomas has a couple of interesting points. I'm not sure I should read one to Lee.
about toe jam?
Oh, I
know.
know. See, it's mine has not
Hardware
updated.
stores are I think it's hardware stores and to men like a Target is to a woman.
I don't like Target.
Okay, well,
I mean, it's
just-
okay, but I've never
So
been a
you're not
fan.
really a woman, are you? You are a man. You got a
No,
man's
she's a
name,
woman.
Lee.
That is a nickname, and there's nothing that says you
What's
can't
your real
spell it.
name? I don't know. What,
I'm not even going there. You know, I
You
don't
better do
like
it.
to talk about it.
why not? You
I-
ashamed
I-
of it?
I don't like it. I never have liked it.
Why
It
didn't
was
you
named
legally-
after a grandmother,
Why didn't you
and
legally change it?
because it would be disrespectful towards my parents.
So now you just ignore it and you don't.
No, I just go by Lee. It's my nickname. Or I could go by my middle name, Catherine, but I choose to go by Lee.
Okay,
Regular
Catherine
Tory
it
sign.
is.
The sign supported the Tom.
that's another. We got another Kathy in there, don't we?
Mhm. Yes.
You got
I'm
one
with the C
Kathy at
there.
home
I
and
have
Kathy here.
I have
Oh,
Kathy
Lord,
with a
what's
C. But no, it's all good. It was hard growing up with the
So they
name
misspelled-
because people couldn't pronounce
So they
it.
misspelled your name.
Misspelled it,
Kathy.
couldn't pronounce it. And it was hard growing up with a name like that. So, you know, it was, and of all times at graduation, Jacksonville High School.
And they looked around. Who's this?
The assistant principal said, "Now, if I'm not saying your name right, let me know." So all during rehearsal, he said it right, except for graduation night, and he slaughtered it so
sure.
bad. People laughed at me. I
I
never
just-
forgot that.
I remember all that graduation night when people never knew what your middle name was, and they call out all the
Yeah,
Or
right.
if you use your middle name and they call out your first name, and people, why was that? That's seniors are like sophomores.
Yeah,
Came
that's,
graduation
that's
time.
not funny. We can't help what we were named. We didn't name ourselves. You know,
Yeah, well,
but it's all good. Look, just call me Lee. and I'm good.
Just call me Lee. Just don't call me late.
Well, let me
dinner.
tell you what. I don't know if y'all watched it yesterday.
Nope.
Chris, you were in the middle of saying something, weren't you? Did I cut you off?
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry if I did. Yesterday, I started watching the National Transportation Safety Board's big thing on the final results on what they felt like happened with the aircraft crash between the passenger jet and the military helicopter.
They weren't supposed to be there where they were.
He said it was likely the use of a helicopter route that passed right next to Reagan, as well as a faulty attempt by the Army helicopter to fly around the flight. That visual separation led to the midair collision because the Black Hawk is believed to have been looking at the wrong plane. And that's what Kelly and I said that morning. They were looking at the wrong plane. See, Kelly, we were right. Other casual factors were the lack of regular review of the problematic helicopter routes around Reagan, a busy airport, and the loss of situation awareness and degraded performance under heavy strain by the air traffic controllers at the time, as well as no processes for them to counter risk, leading them to not issue more clear and more urgent traffic warnings to the chopper and the plane. Contributing factors included unsustainable arrival rate at the airport, which increased the workload on the air traffic control tower, as well as failures by the Army and the FAA to track or implement needed safety reforms. Another issue was a lack of better collision avoidance and alert systems on both aircrafts. So that was it.
Bring you up to speed on the Sig Sauer 320, P320. That's
Oh, yes,
that's the gun that
the weapon, yes.
That's the gun that they was taken from the guy that it was ended up being killed. I don't know about that specific pistol, but across the board there have been numerous reports, and a gunsmith decided, let me just do. And this is not a government gunsmith. This is not a Sig Sauer gunsmith, because Sig Sauer maintains you have to pull the trigger on it before it go bang. If it's functioning properly, that's right. And any gun can have a functioning problem, but if it's an inherent problem, there should be a recall. Did you know Sig Sauer, in spite of the Air Force, who issued these guns to these air police officers, that in spite of several police departments who had malfunctions returning their guns, they have never issued a recall. They've issued warnings to people that something could happen and it could be an accidental discharge, but they have not recalled it. That's a failure. That's also a lawsuit that is going to be happening. There's not a doubt in my mind, and it should happen.
I agree.
Sig Sauer, I love. I've got a bunch of them, and I've never had any issues with any of them. None of them have. The P320, I think, was something that they put out in a hurry to try to compete with Glock or somebody. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but it is a poorly constructed, poorly designed gun. Now, here's the situation. Here's what happens. The gunsmith, unedited video. I watched it from beginning to end. He found out, and he took the top of the slide should not be movable going up or down. He had an unloaded weapon, showed it, did everything in the world, and he cocked the weapon, and the microphone was close enough. You push it down, you hear it go click, it just fired. Is that for real? He takes in reloads, which a lot of people reload. He would take a primer and put the primer in a case, a new case or a reloadable case, just the primer. It just makes a noise. You put it in the gun. You make it ready to fire. You take it and you can push down on the barrel, at the barrel end, on top of the slide, bang, 5 times out of 5 with that one weapon. Apparently, this is the problem. If he's standing there with this weapon, the man, and he brushes that movable slide You can rest assured that's been examined and re-examined by now a million times. If he pushes that, if he brushes it, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, good God, putting one in my holster, it'll go. The guy's lucky that had it.
Yeah.
If that's the case with his weapon, as it has been proven with other weapons, and I saw it on video, he's lucky it had not gone off at one point in time. Or it could have, and we don't know about
Goodness.
it. It didn't hit anything.
It's terrible.
In this case, that gun goes off, didn't hit anybody, but everybody thought somebody was shooting, and they opened fire. That is likely what the problem was with that pistol. And it is an inherent problem. And it may not on some of them, but everyone this gunsmith had tested, not all of them would fire, but they all had the free movement. And he started measuring those that would, when they pushed it down, that would move the trigger back. I forgot the distance, 1 centimeter, or what it would be, not that 1 millimeter,
Right.
tiny little millimeter. If it moved it back that much, then it would fire. If it didn't, it moved, all of them moved, but not all of them would move back that much. That's the problem.
Well,
Now, if this civilian gunsmith who does this crap for a living finds this stuff out, why hasn't Sig Sauer done something about it? They're going to suffer.
Yeah, but they're going
to suffer.
I don't have an answer for that one. I also don't have an answer for this one. Maybe somebody else listening does, or Rayford, you may. There was one of the, I call it an assault on the location of where agents were supposed to be staying. And one of the law enforcement individuals declared unlawful assembly.
Yes.
He declared that unlawful. Now, when these people are protesting,
Unlawful assembly is unlawful assembly.
and I'm curious why nobody is calling these protests unlawful assemblies.
Somebody has to announce that it's an unlawful assembly. Now, if you're counting on the local police department who does not like ICE because they're told not to like ICE, if they're not, you got to have a police officer to declare, this is an unlawful assembly. You need to disperse now. You will have to make the announcement again and again. This is an unlawful assembly. You have to disperse now. We are going to start making arrests. If you are still here, you're going to jail. You have to be very clear in your directions and instructions.
Are you talking about the Minneapolis protest?
Well,
that they
yeah.
had?
Any of
I mean,
Now, I know Saturday night and Sunday, the Minneapolis State Highway Patrol was out there, and they called it unlawful
Right.
assembly. They gave them 1 minute to clear the area.
Yep.
They told them what streets they could go on to. A lot of them did not budge. A lot of them got maced.
Yeah, they did.
Did you see the video of the flashbang that one of the officers threw? And that woman, one of the protesters, went and picked it up with her bare hand,
She
and
is
it
eat up with dumb.
exploded in her hand. She was flopping all around the ice like a fish out of water.
she was.
I know she was hurt. Thankfully, it did not, tear off any limbs or fingers or whatever, but
I
her
wouldn't
hand
care.
was burnt.
I'll be there.
well, then,
Sooner or later, we got to thin the herd. These are dumb.
So dumb.
whoever bit off the finger of the ICE agent, I hope that they find that person and
They
charge
did.
them
They
with assault.
arrested him.
For
Yes,
assault.
yes. They. I didn't read the full story, but they did make an arrest on that.
Good.
If you
Yes,
bite me or
thank
you spit
goodness.
on me, you're not going to be arrested. If you bite me or spit on me, you are not going to be arrested.
Well, you read the email I sent you about this Alex Preddy that was shot and killed the other day.
Mhm.
That he had had previous confrontations with ICE officers, and a couple of weeks ago suffered a broken rib during a confrontation, and that there's a lot coming out about that.
Now, I mean,
Mhm.
they have, for whatever reason, you go to a parade in North Carolina, you go to
Sad.
parks, you go to places.
Mhm.
there are certain situations that you cannot go to carrying your gun, even though you have a concealed carry permit or
Right.
even an open
Right.
carry.
It was legal.
There are certain places that in North Carolina, I'm sure it should be in other states as well.
Mhm.
There are certain times a beer garden is not a good place to be allowing somebody to have their gun. In fact, in North Carolina, it's illegal
That's right.
if you're consuming alcohol.
Mhm.
There are
Fairgrounds,
where
fairgrounds.
I don't know about a fairground. I don't know. That's
don't know
that's
either.
private. That's not like
Well, like the North Carolina State Fair.
North Carolina State Fair. They probably haven't considered no weapons. I don't know. It has to be posted. But if answer me this, you're going to do a peaceful protest where there are as many as 2,000 or 3,000 ICE agents in the area, plus presumably other law enforcement. Who are you there? Why are you carrying a gun to protect yourself from whom? What is the purpose of, even if I could go to the Jacksonville Police Department to say, hey, go to a meeting or to do whatever, what need do I have as a civilian of carrying my gun into this meeting? Because everybody else there's got a gun and they're trained and they're there fit to take care of business, right? That's just one. Let's just say you do carry a gun into a situation. And let's just say that some dude in that situation gets out of control and you pull your gun. Who are the cops going to go after?
Well,
They're going to go after the guy with the gun
Yeah.
first. Doesn't matter that you may be there to do some good, but you're not. It's not your purpose.
Mhm.
The purpose that you carry a gun for. The purpose is, yes, you have the right to, but the purpose for it, and you have to decide whether your rights to do this outweigh your common sense or not. The purpose is to protect yourself and your families. That's what it is. Those around you, your people. That's the reason you carry a gun, not to protect the 4,000 protesters that are out there from ICE.
Well, if it's true that somebody Saturday night in the wee hours of the morning delivered a load of rocks, and no, this is true,
Not the first time that's happened.
but they delivered
Oh yeah, bricks and stuff like that.
the rocks to an area where the protesters were going to be on Sunday to use against
They
the
did
ICE
that.
agents.
There's
Whoa.
weapons that if you throw one and you hit somebody or throw one at somebody, you will be charged with assault.
I think that happened in Ferguson also,
It
where
did.
they were actually delivering cinder blocks and out there so the protesters can use them to hurl at police.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that. Oh.
When these things start coming in, they're no longer, I mean, it's not a peaceful protest.
No, and those individuals that do that are guilty
Right.
of criminal activity.
But that person,
That's so cool.
oh, thank you, Robbie. Thank you.
What do we got?
It's
The thing that Kathy made, Robbie?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is so
I
cool.
couldn't remember if it was a C or a K, or I'd have put her name in.
It's okay.
It's a K because the
That's
person over here
Kathy.
spells it wrong. Hers is Catherine and she spells it with a C. She just told us that a couple of minutes ago.
That doesn't mean it's wrong.
Thank you, Robbie.
That is nice. Thank
On
you.
behalf of Kathy. Thank you.
That is
Okay.
very, very nice.
That's beautiful.
Right.
I'll put it
Tom
right here.
Austin, I know you said that you saw reports where she lost a finger, the woman who picked up the flashbang, but based on the sources provided, there's no verified reporting that the woman actually lost a finger. So there's nothing to
she's
confirm
got
that.
nine.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tom. I was talking about an ICE officer lost a finger. Somebody bit finger off. of
Yes,
the
and
That's what we're
that was
talking about.
separate.
Yeah.
Let me see.
the lady that fit. No, if she picked it up, that was just dumb. Hello,
That's like
put the
people,
dunce hat
that's
on.
like people picking up hand grenades when they're thrown and they don't go off. You don't, no.
Stupid.
Not every.
Oh my gosh.
thrown cherry bombs and firecrackers at some point in time, right?
When I was very young in the time of
when they told you don't hold those and throw
Yeah.
them, you light them and run, right?
pretty much.
Okay. So because limits, but the people who, and even the people who build things like hand grenades and assemble them for our military and whatever, sometimes those fuses are 5 seconds. It might be 7 seconds. You don't know. And it might stall. How many times in shooting fire setting, lighting a firecracker, did it just stop and didn't go off?
Mhm.
Did you go over and pick it up? I know people who have. And then suddenly that thing picks up and goes, whoosh, it gets into a spot along that fuse where there's not enough gunpowder to keep it flowing, burning fast. And they're just slowly burning. And then it suddenly grabs it and goes again, just as you pick it up. No, and not way in hell should you do that.
I do feel bad for her to if whatever happened, but she brought it on herself.
Take this as a life lesson.
Yeah.
Well, I will say the agent that got his finger bit off, it's not like the finger was bit off. It was like the tip of it was severed. You know, and the way people were talking about it was like he lost a finger, like, wait a minute, he lost a finger. No, he didn't lose a finger.
He lost enough of the finger to make it.
Yeah. But, a lot of the news media was saying he had a finger severed. No, he didn't. He had all 5. It was the tip of it that was.
That's enough.
Oh, yeah. I'd be mad over it, too. Somebody be paying for some plastic
I can
surgery.
imagine that if you bit. No, nope.
Right.
I'll stop. Mics are on.
Time to go to take a test.
Yeah, I got to go
You gotta
study.
take your test.
I got about an hour to go get cleaned up and go
It's
study.
9:00.
Do
We
I,
gotta
need, do
go.
I need to dress differently or anything?
Just how you want your picture to be seen on your license.
I don't want it to be seen at all.
Well, you
Nobody
got
needs to look at it.
Yeah, you need to wear a collar.
Can I? We got.
Like that.
You got
Because it's on the front and the back now.
I got a raid mask somewhere.
There's a mask right up over here on the wall you can take with you, Rayford.
Yeah, there you
Wear
go.
that Joe Biden mask. Go ahead.
Not down here.
Mm.
Can I keep make fishing great again? Can I?
They'll
keep
make you take your hat
Yeah,
off.
you have to take your hat off. Yeah.
You can write some kind of message across your forehead.
Don't shoot.
Hands up. All right, we have to stop.
You're
this meeting.
live. We'll see you tomorrow. Do we have anything? We got
Another time.
We've got Miller time, and right now
You're
I'm
here
working
tomorrow,
on-
right?
Yes.
Right
But
now
I
I'm
can't say
working,
it. I can't do it.
working on the possibility of having Commissioner Corner this week. It's not this week, next week, but we definitely.
Wonderful.
I should know
Bring those suckers in here.
Yeah, I have some
I got
questions to ask.
questions.
because
First of
I
all, they don't have enough intestinal fortitude to bring it on.
what?
They're our commissioners. They don't want to come in here. They are afraid.
Now I have some questions because I've been hearing some things out in the county, and I just want to kind of like, can we correct this?
I double dare them to come in.
Ooh,
We need some clarification on
that-
some stuff.
That's pretty.
that's
heavy,
pretty
isn't
strong.
it?
Double D.
You're live on Local Real Talk, where we are awake, not woke, and I will go straight over to the driver's license office, and I hope I don't have to call
Good
for
luck.
somebody to come pick me
Y'all
up.
be prepared for the story tomorrow and the rant.
Good luck.
Oh no! Bye.
Have a blessed
See ya.
day.
Have a great day.
Yeah.